Hola más, Racita. We're back on the New Mexico Radio Talkshow.com. Glad to be back on the airways with you guys. Hope you guys can hear us very fine out there. We got Danny Noyola in La Casa. Bienvenidos a todos, man. Hope you guys are having a good time. Also, man, I do want to give a big shout out to our family, friends, and our supporters and our artists that we have on our shows. Because without them, we wouldn't be able to receive this lovely, lovely, amazing trophy, guys. This right here, man, is the best podcast at the second annual Texas Country Music Awards by Jesse Torres. A little over 8,000 votes, man. Thank you to our fans, our family, and all the artists that show us love, support, and all the podcasts as well, man. They give us some light and some love. All right. I dedicate that trophy to all the fans out there that give us some support. All right. So we got a lot of people in La Casa. Bienvenidos a todos. Hope you guys are having a good time. We always got interviews on our show. Don't forget, man, tomorrow, man, we got Joe Leal right around 6 o'clock, man, a little bit early. And then we got Mas interviews the rest of the week. All right. So I do wanna give a big shout out to everybody in the house, man. We do got a talented guest, talented artista doing her thing out there. Gonna welcome in beautiful Juviana Vasquez, man. Bienvenidos. What's going on, Juvie?
Hey guys, yes, Julie. How's everybody doing?
Well, we're in New Mexico, man. So, and I think you're in California, right, Juvie?
Yeah, I'm in San Diego. Is it already giving fall weather over there?
Today was kind of rainy and kind of cool, man. When I got outside, man, to go feed the dogs and um get some things out of the vehicle, man, I was just like, oh my gosh, I better go get a jacket.
You're like, oh shoot, it's not summer no more.
I mean, tell me about it, man. These summer months are going by like so quick, man, and even at these type of the months, man, it's crazy that it's still summertime, right?
I know. I don't know if how it was in New Mexico, but over here in San Diego, it was like it didn't really give summer. Like this year, like it was here and there would be sun, but like the majority of the time it would be like like a cloudy hot, but the sun wouldn't really be doing a thing. I don't know if it was like that for you guys too, but I was kind of disappointed with the summer this year.
No, it's crazy because it'd be like 80 degrees and it'd be raining. I'm like, what the heck? What's going on here? 80 degrees and it's raining? Crazy, crazy weather. So, Julie, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get started on wanting to be a singer? How did you was somebody in your family a musician or in the band, or how did all that start out?
So it started really when I was little. Like, I think it's just in my blood. Yeah, like it just runs in the family because my family, they've just always been in tune with music, whether it's like dancing or like partying or like DJing or like whatever. Like they've just never really been shy people. And then like I kind of like gravitated to it because of
Exactly.
that. I would like go on, I would be like little and I'd be watching like novelas, and then they would be like singing and dancing, and then I would be following along, and like I would be very little and like already knowing like music off the top of my head. Like it
Right.
didn't even take me long for me to memorize it. Like I would just listen to it once, and then next thing you know it's just clicking in my head. And then so yeah, but my dad, he was in high school and he would play the trumpet. He's
Wow.
really musically inclined. He just doesn't really like pursue it, but he definitely has it in him. And then my my mom, like she just likes to entertain, like that's just a personality. So I think I got it kind of from both of them, but I'm really the only one in my family that's like pursuing it, and not making it like a hobby or anything like that. But yeah, it I probably um so I started when I was little. I did a little bit of acting in high school,
Wow.
and then it wasn't until I was like, I want to say 20, when I got in the studio with my uncle. He was like, hey niece, like I have a studio, like a home studio, like let's just fuck around, like let's just see
Exactly.
what happens. And then That was like my first, and I wrote a song too before he even hit me up, and I wasn't even planning like I'm gonna do something with this. Like I just like, you know what, let me write a song really quick, and then next thing you know, he hits me up. So it just kind of aligned, and then from there, I just kept making music.
Hey, it doesn't matter at what point of time if you're going to start your career, right? You know, you never know what's going to happen, right? And I try to mention this to a lot of the artists that are out there that are trying to, pursue their careers, right? It's always
Mhm.
you always want to start at a right time, but there's never a right time to start. So you could be mid 20s, you could be mid 15, and you could be mid 30s, you could be mid 40s, you could be in your 60s and still start a musical journey.
Yeah, and
It's
then
never too late.
even yeah, like it's really never too late. I just feel like when it's your time, it's your time.
No, of course, no. No, but going back to that, being never too late. Some people start a little bit later than others. And sometimes there's just not enough gap, to start. But um, it's awesome, that you get to see all these different musicians from in the Tejano world or even in the Latin, the pop, the all these genres that are out there, man. It's crazy what you see all these genres, but you see them being able to start their careers. Um, and then they do Tejano music for 15 years, and then they go do something different. They're wanting to be in the film scenes, or they change genres. They go to country.
Yeah,
And
for sure. It's crazy because my dad, he didn't grow up, but he was born in Texas. I have family
it's
in
Becky.
Texas. Yeah, in San Antonio, and I've only been there like once, and it was so cool. Like I loved it. I liked it a lot.
No, San Antonio's the heart, man. That's the heart of the gold right there, man. I tell a lot of people, man, if you go to San Antonio, you're not gonna want to go back home because you're gonna see so much fun, and 'cause there's a lot of bars, there's a lot of clubs, and there's a lot of Tejano music out there. That's the capital of Tejano, and being able to be out there is great for all these artists that are out there. So, any inspirations in the music business that you look up to? Any big name artists that you're inspired by? It doesn't have to be in the Tejano scenes. It could be in the hip hop. It could be in the pop. Any inspirations that inspire you?
Honestly, I feel like that's why I'm so versatile with my music now because growing up, I was inspired by a whole bunch of different genres. Like, I grew up watching Belinda and her novela. I don't even remember what the novela was called, but I remember just watching her and she really inspired me to like want to be like a Latina like singer. And then I remember watching like Sierra like when I was like really young and like their music videos and like Shakira too. Like I just
Exactly.
remember both wanting like I just remember being like, dang, like these are women right here. Like I was so little, like at 4 or 5 and like looking up to them. And I just looked at my mom and I'm like she didn't know, but like I was like, dude, this is what I want to do. Like I want to be
Exactly.
something. Like I want to be an entertainer. Like I just kind of felt like I was too like school was never for me. Like I never really like it was hard for me to focus in school. Like I was one of those kids, like I feel bad because I would low key would like fall asleep. Like I would be like one of those troublemakers like
Of
in
course.
high school. But I just never really like it was just never for me. Like, like people would just automatically know, like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to go to university. I want to study this. I want to blah, blah, blah. But for me, I was like, no, like, I want to be an entertainer. Like, I don't want to work that 9 to 5. I don't want to go to, like, I don't want to be in debt, like, paying for, like, a degree that I don't even get to do. Like, I'd rather just perform. So, yeah,
Exactly.
I just feel like my mom, she was very into like Shakira growing up, very into like J Lo growing up, very into like Juanes and all of that. And her music was versatile. And my dad also, like, he likes 80s rock. So, like, I'm inspired by so many different artists, like, in so many different genres that I really feel like that's why my music is the way it is because of what I grew up with?
No, that's what it's all about, right? Is wanting to do something you love to do, right? We got a few shout outs in the house. I want to give a couple of shout outs real quick, Juvie. We got Danny and Alman Yola out there out of the way. They see this in Corpus Christi, Texas. Danny Yola says, "Go Henry, go! A la máquina." Good one, Danny. Also, big shout out, man, to George Vincent in the house, man. Says saludos, Henry and Guest. Cali here, Freestar Cartel in the building, man. I believe he's from California también. What part of California are you at, George Vincent? Maybe you and Julie could link up together up there in California or something like that. Do
Yeah,
some
I'm
good
from
things out
San
there.
Diego, so
So George, make sure you get a hold of Julie, get a hold of her manager in the house. I'm in, man, to set up an interview on your podcast. Um, La Máquina. He said he wants to hear some acapella. Can you sing us a little something, Julie?
let's see. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young, beautiful? Will you still love me when I got nothing but my aching soul? I know you will. I know you will. I know that you will. Will you still love me when I'm no longer beautiful?
Wow.
Lana
Did you
Del
hear that, George?
Rey.
Wow. Oh my gosh. How do I ask the next question after that, man? Oh my goodness. Hi, yeah. George Vincent says he's all the way in San Jose, California, but
Oh, okay, that's not too far.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's
So there
not
you
far.
go, Jimmy. You got somebody out there in San Jose, California. So be right up the street. I don't even know how far that is, but you guys can connect out there. We get Victoria Hernandez in the house. Bienvenidos a todos to the New Mexico Radio Talk Show. So Juby, there's a lot of talented artists out there, female, males, and all that stuff out there. Is there any collaborations that you'd like to do with somebody out there
In San Diego
or wherever?
or just wherever. Well, I've always been manifesting this. I would love to do Cali because a lot of people really they tell me that um can't even talk. They tell me that I remind them of her. And I've listened to her since I was like 14, 15. So I would love if me and her could do like I don't know, like a sexy, like reggaeton type, like pop or something, something different. That would be so sick. So I would love to collab with her. I would love to collab with Janae Aiko as well. I also grew up listening to her. Um, who else? Who else? Um, I would just say those two at the top of my head, but there's a lot. There's a lot. Too many to count. There's also this band called The Sims. They're like more like indie alternative. They're like more based in like LA. I would love to collab with them because I just like to venture. Oh, also Sacred Souls. They're also from San Diego, and they're like that. They have like that oldies kind of vibe. They're super big now. Um, I'm super proud. I just love seeing people from my city, blow up, blow the fuck up.
No, and that's what it's all about, right? Is seeing your heritage, grow up, and be successful. And it's crazy because I'm here in New Mexico, right? Because that's where I'm at. I'm in Roswell, New Mexico, the home of the Indians, and we have a lot of bands that are from New Mexico up north, right? Which is in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we have our own little tuning. And just like Texas, they got their own little sound. San Diego, California, they got their own little tuning as well. But here in New Mexico, we got our New Mexico artists, that are doing big things out here in New Mexico. And for them to branch out, they got to get out of New Mexico, of course, right? And but it's very awesome to see them come from the bottom to the top and put their New Mexico style of music into California or into New
Yeah.
York or to Texas. It's really awesome. Oh, look at this right here. We got a question from Mr. George Vincent out there. It says, "Have you ever seen Amy Solby's?"
Ooh, I'm actually in the works of making one. I'm gonna be dropping an album sometime next year, like January. And I'm gonna have a little bit of that in there.
Uh
So
oh,
I'm
did you hear that,
excited.
George? No, but like I said, man, it's very awesome to see your family grow. You know, it's awesome to see the artists that are in your city, in your town, succeed and be successful because there's a lot of hatred in this world and just in this business, right? As being an artist and being and doing what we love to do. We love to do this. You love
Mhm.
to do what you love to do, Juvie, and you being able to see your artists out there that are going up against you for the awards and other accolades, right? And other festivities but you being able to see that and being able to be a part of that and see them grow and keep on continuing to do their success.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's such a beautiful it's beautiful to see because like some people, I don't know, for me I see it as like, damn, okay, like, they came from my town too, and and they're not super super young, like right out of high school, like for them, like they had a dream and they didn't sleep on it, and I don't even know like how they met, but who knows, maybe they just like did a random post like, hey, I'm looking to get a band together, like who's with me, all it takes is just someone with an idea and someone with an action, and they all just put their heart out and their soul, and it's just beautiful to see, like they have like millions of followers now, and they're on tour, and like they have a million of streams on. It's just crazy because I'm like, damn, like they came from here, they came from San Diego, they came from like the music scene. It's hard to get recognized out here, like it's more easier
Exactly.
in LA, and so it's just it's inspiring. It's just like, damn, if they can do it, shit. Like it
Right?
just really
Anybody else
takes.
can do it, right? If
um,
if somebody else can do it, anybody else can do it as well. And everybody always tells me it's always good to get your music on terrestrial radio station, which is FM AM, right? But here's the problem that I see with that. The program director of that radio station may not like that track or that artist or that band or the singer, right? So it's never going to get airplay on the station. So you can go drop off 100 copies to that radio station, and it's never going to get played. Um, for what reason, we don't know. You know, um, but that's where it started at with the FM AM stations, right? Because back then they didn't have technology where we can stream like this and do an interview. I'd have to travel
yeah,
to San Diego to do the interview with Juvie, or Juvie would have to come down to Roswell to do the interview. That's just technology nowadays, right? We're in 2020, 2025, 2026, area, we're doing big things, right? So, but back then they didn't have all this, send a link and you can get my music, or USB drives for music. It was all CDs, cassettes, record players.
yeah,
But that's where it started at, with the FM AM stations. And that's just the only thing that I have with FM AM radio. Some of the program directors don't like that kind of genre of music getting played through their station, especially if it's a Tejano station or if it's a Norteño station or if it's an oldie station. And your genre is hip hop, right?
yeah,
They're not gonna throw hip hop on an oldie station.
yeah,
Um, and that's the difference to me. Um, Now being on a online radio station, I mean it's got its flaws también too, because if you're the owner of the station, you can pick and choose who you're going to put on your station. Um, so me, I don't even have a license to have a radio station yet. Eventually, I'm going to hit the lottery and get a
mhm.
radio station
Hey,
because I got
that's
the
right.
radio in it, right? The Mexico radio. But this is video for
Manifest, that shit's gonna happen.
but I'm gonna make it happen one day. But the thing is like anybody that's got music, Judy's got music. If anybody out there, Beatriz Rojas saying hello, amigo, she's got music as well. I could put that on my podcast, as long as I got the rights from the artist and the record label and stuff like that. I can promote it as much as I want on my podcast because I have the license for from them, and I'm not gonna get sued by the artist or the label. Um, Now, of course, you want to do everything by the books and go get a radio station and get the actual licenses and stuff like that. So eventually, I'm going to be getting that. But here's where I'm going with this podcast and stuff like that. So the thing is, with being on a podcast, being on an online radio station, um, you can send your music to all these DJs on the podcast and on the radio stations, it's probably going to get heard more than it is on a FMA and station, depending on where it's at. I know a lot of artists that are contacting me all the time. They're like, "Hey, how can we get our music heard?" Well, come to the Mixed Korea Talk Show, and we'll put it up there for you guys. I know George Benson does his podcast, and I know he can put out the music too on his platforms on DM2. I know the Puro Pedo Talk Show does theirs too, and there's a lot of podcasts out there that are doing their music shows. So you can put your music up there. Um, like I said, it's just kind of hard with the terrestrial radio stations because you never know what the program director is gonna say when you taking the tape to the program director.
That makes sense. No, but I would appreciate that. That for sure would spread the music to more people, and that would
And,
help.
and that's what I do when I jump on the shows, man. Is I try to show a lot of support to other artists, other musicians. You could be a movie actor. I'm gonna go try to support. You can have your own podcast, and I'm still gonna try to support it in any which way I can. It's tough for me because like when I do a show, I try not to do a show like when there's somebody else on, you know, or I try to jump on right when they're about to finish. That way I'm not conflicting of businesses and stuff like that. And so like I'll tune into the Freestyle Cartel show. I'll tune into the Puro Pedo Talk show. I'll tune into all these other podcasts, right? Just to show my love and support. Um, and hopefully you don't get offended if I tune in, after my show or the next day. But at least I go in there and comment and give them my love. Um, but that's what I do on the New Mexico Radio Talk shows. I show a lot of support, to the artists. That's how I'm able to get people like you guys on the show, Julie, and that's how I'm also able to put out the music. I don't discriminate on the music, so being a DJ, being a podcaster, try to put the music out there for the fans. I try to put it out there. So, and there's sometimes I may not like the track, there's sometimes I may not like it, but it's not what I like. It's what the fans out there are liking. So, um, let's see right here. George Vincent puts awesome show. Got to get ready. Support is the key to success. Yeah, you got that
Yes.
right, man. Support it is up there, man. So, but yes, Julie, like if you got music out there and you wanted to get it heard, don't hesitate to send it out to me. I know your manager's got my email. I know you got my email as well. If you're working on an album, working on a video, be sure to send it to us, man. That way we can put it on our podcast, and then I stream it on my Roku TV channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're streaming right now on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Roku TV. So we're like on all kinds of platforms this evening.
We're versatile. We're inclusive.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so we got our own channel on Roku TV. So thank you to our proud sponsors that are able to make that possible. Because some people want to watch us on the big screen. Um, of course, they're still watching us on their phone and stuff like that, to comment and stuff like that. But if you want to watch us on the big platform, you could go to Roku TV and check us out. All right. Um, no, but we're here to help, Juby. That's what all these interviews are about. We're here to help the success of what you're doing. So what's in store for you, Julie? What do you guys got working on? I heard you're working on an album at the beginning of January. So what's in store for you guys?
Yeah, so right now I just got done filming one of the scenes from the movie that I'm gonna be in. It's called Hill Street Heist.
Oh my gosh, you're in a movie?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
And
I didn't know you did movie acting.
yeah, I'm actually super excited because this is like my first like legit acting role, like movie role.
Wow.
I got this movie role because I got in contact with this promoter when I was doing a show with my uncle who's a DJ. He puts out shows, RC Promotions, and then I got in contact with him and he was just like, "Yo, Juvie, we're gonna be doing this movie. I think you'd be great. It's gonna be about like the jewelry. It's gonna be like a jewelry robber. It's gonna be his story. Back in the '90s, he was a very like low key guy. No
Right.
one would have ever suspected he was into like stealing shit. People just always seen him as like laid back. But I guess he had like a crazy lifestyle, and I'm gonna be like one of like the main like dancers there because he likes to go to like a lot of strip bars and like things like that. So the first thing that I did was back in, I think it was like 2 weeks ago already. It was like the backyard scene. and it was really cool. I got to meet the cast. Well, I already met them, but like I got to like work with them and like see how it is to like be in
Exactly.
like a professional setting. Yeah, and Angel Reyes, she's the producer, and she used to work for Disney, and she also has a film that she put out 2 years ago called Sam's Cry, and she had a lot of good actors there, like actor Noel, also um what's his name? Concrete Live. He's super funny. Like he does a lot of skits. Um,
Wow.
and just people like that. So yeah, she's pretty dope. Like the way she puts out her vision and like everything. Like she's a pretty good producer. So she's the one putting out this movie, and it's gonna be out like in 2026. But we still have like I believe like 3 more scenes to shoot. And then we're gonna go to editing and all that good stuff. It might be in the Chicano Music Festival. I know that they're gonna be having a Chicano Music Festival next year, July 26th through August 2nd. So I'm sure we're gonna have that out there, promoting it and all that good stuff. And I'm also gonna be in another movie called Golden Hashira.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so I'm pretty booked. And then when I have my album out, I believe that's when Danny wants me to go on tour, and we're gonna probably do like I don't know, like 4 states. We're not too sure which states yet, but that's the main goal for the album. When I put it out, we're gonna go on tour. So I'm pretty excited.
Wow. So you're doing big things out there in San Diego.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I mean, you're busy already. You got your musical career going on, and then you're doing your acting career. You're able to manage, your musical career and then your acting career, because now you're going to be shooting 2 movies. And how cool is that? To be able to shoot a movie and still work on your music at the same time. And I mean, I know everything is a little hard, right? With financials and getting a
Yeah.
wardrobe for the movie and getting your stuff for your musical career as well. And but you able being able to put a little bit of it to aside, and like, hey, you know what, let's film this movie, and you're excited about it, and that's the most important thing. You're excited about being in the movie, and then you're still doing your career, doing something that you love to do, and who knows, this movie might blow up, and depends on how much you share it and push it out there to your fans and family, and you just never know what could happen from this movie. First ever shooting a movie, so proud of what you're doing out there in San Diego, California. You got some good things going on. You're working on your film. You're working on your musical journey. You're working on an album. I mean, let me just express this out there to all the fans out there, because it is not easy to be a musician. But by the time it comes for the making of the single, the putting the artwork to it, the flyer to it, the recording, people don't understand. To get something recorded, costs us a costs us a fortune to get it recorded, and then of course you're going to want a music video to it, and that costs us a little extra money también for the video también. So because you want to put it out, right? You want to put it out the single, right? But you got to put it out the right way. You want to put it out there with the audio, then you want to put it out there with the video, so it all comes all out at the same time. Or if not, you're gonna have to shoot the video and then release the single out with just the audio track only. Um, but everything costs money for these artists that are wanting to be an artist. So I give everybody their hats off to be an artist, because it's not easy to put your time work in the studio.
It's not. It's not. Some days you will get discouraged, some days you really like your self-discipline has to be stronger than ever, because a lot of the times it's like 50-50, like 50 I want to do this, 50% okay, maybe no, like that's why a lot of artists they just give up, because it's really easy for them to get discouraged, like if they don't see their numbers, if they don't see like the growth, but you just have to plant the seed, it's a fucking tree, don't grow overnight, like, just gotta trust the process, really.
And leave it in God's hands, and hopefully it hits, and and like I said, it's really hard to be a talented musician, right? And everybody thinks it's easy to just, what, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be a singer, and
Mhm.
well, it's really not. So, but yes, keep keep in contact, right? Keep in contact with your close people, right? Your managers, producers, and people who are giving you advice, and let it go in one ear, and put a plug so it doesn't come out the other, because you never know what could happen with your journey. And I see a lot of stuff going on, in this industry and stuff. But and to be honest with you, Julie, I see a lot of great success that you're doing in your career as a young talented artist. Wanting to be a music star and being a film star. Um, just look, there's a lot of things going on, right? You see it all over Facebook. I don't know how often you get on Facebook or how often you see it. But I'm constantly on Facebook. I'm like, oh my gosh, check out this artist, check out this. Or I watch like American Idol, or or Dancing with the Stars, or I'm
Yeah,
watching like different things. I'm like, oh my gosh, check
there's
out
so
this
much
artist.
talent. Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to bring these people on my show. But that's just what I do.
You're
Is
never gonna run out of guests, that's for sure.
right. Well, it's just like that for this show. I mean, who knows? I might get a phone call, and they may be like, hey man, how do I be on your podcast? Call me. And all your family, all your friends that are out there, they're going to see the show. They're going to be like, man, how did she get on that show? Well, let me call her. Let me see if I can get on his show. And I may
Yeah.
be getting artists and guests from different cities, different states, and that's just how it works. But yes, I love doing what I do. I am not the best interviewer or interviewee, or I'm not the best podcaster out there. I still got a lot of learning to do. I'm only 30 years of age, guys, and I'm doing
30 years
something I love
young.
to do. 30 years young. You got that right. And also, I'm a promoter, guys. If you need a promoter, booking agent, manager, music distributor, you can give me a call at 575-910-0015, man. We're here to help, man. Hendog Promotions is doing big things out there for you guys. Yes, I'm out there doing big things. Julie, um, to all the fans, how can they find you? Are you on Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, all the social media platforms? How can they find you?
Yes, I am not on Snapchat. I should be though, because it's already popping out. I remember at one point it was dying out, but now it's popping. So maybe. But I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I have my Instagram at is JUV1V1, and then I have my link tree, and on my link tree has where you can find my music videos, my socials, all that good stuff.
Oh my gosh, you got Linktree too, man. Everybody's got Linktree, right?
It's clutch.
No, everybody has Linktree. I think everybody uses Linktree. Now I know a lot of no, Linktree is a good source where you could put all your links in one. I mean, it's crazy, man. With all this technology, man. And like I said, Julie, like a lot of these artists, um, like Shakira, Sierra, all these artists, and it didn't matter if you're in the country scenes or the hip hop scenes. These artists back then, they didn't have all this Linktree, Snapchat, TikTok. They didn't have all this. They didn't have this platform that I'm on now. To do these interviews on. So you think about it, if these artists had that back then, they'd have been blown up a long time ago.
That's why when they're like, "Oh, everybody wants to be an artist nowadays," or blah blah blah, it's like it seems that way because now we have our own platform. Like back in the day, they had to grind, they had to go scouting, they had to go to like bars and like sing and just hope that there's a manager scouting one day and being like, "Hey, you know what? Let me sign you a record label." Like, they really had to like pray and just like wait for an opportunity because or move to LA, they had to force themselves to move to LA and bust, down to like Apple Music or Spotify or whatever, but I don't even think that was even a thing back in the day either. Like it was just radio, huh? So like, they probably were just like selling their CDs on the street or something. Like it was really hard and difficult to get connected. I'm sure they had to like talk to anybody and everyone and being like, "Hey, do you happen to be do music?" To anyone they see just to get connected. Like I can just imagine. So yeah, I feel like that's why people are like, "Oh, everybody wants to do music nowadays," and it's like, well, because everyone has a phone. We can record and
I mean, nowadays you could just use your cell phone to record nowadays.
literally, yeah.
No, literally, like I'm serious. You can literally just do your cell your cell phone, and I mean, you don't even need a record label or a recording studio
Yeah.
to do your musical career. You don't. I gotta do is go, hey, talking to your phone, and of course, if you want a little bit of tweaked out or whatever, you go talk to a
Yeah.
sound engineer or to a producer or something like that, and they'll give you a few little tips, or little pointers, or they'll do it for you, whatever. But but what's crazy is this technology where you could do it from your phone or hook up a microphone to your phone. Um, it's to me, it's taken away from these actual studios that are actually that put money into their studio. Because like I said, it doesn't it's not cheap to make a studio, recording studio for your artist, right?
Mhm.
And they go buy the computer, they go buy the little mixer, they buy the microphone. By the time it's a $5,000 studio, and then now they come out with AI. Now they come out with microphones where you can plug it into your
Yeah.
phone, and it's crazy. No, it's real crazy of how this technology works. Um,
I
I
know.
mean,
I remember I was watching like this podcast and he was promoting like one of like his co-hosts was promoting that he has like music but like beats on like Spotify or whatever.
oh wow,
But he uses AI to sing them. Like he'll make the beats, but he uses AI to sing them. And I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I don't know, like that kind of like, I mean, to each their own. And like, some people want to utilize AI, but I feel like that's just like so I don't know, like for me, like being an artist, like me just using AI for everything, like that's like cheating and like where's the soul to it? That's what I love about writing music or even when it gets tough, even when I get like writer's block or some kind of obstacle, like no matter what, I would never want to replace it with AI because that's what's beautiful about music is just like the battle of finishing a song, the obstacles that took you to get there, and then when you finish it and then it comes out fucking crispy clean, like you're like, damn, like you know what, I didn't give up, like I went back to it and it just got better and better, and then it just makes you be like, I did that. But with AI, like that's you're not gonna have that, you're like AI did it for me. I just told them what to do. It's just it doesn't feel the same, like I don't know. I feel like AI as a creative, I don't like. I like that. I mean, I know it's a tool, but like, I just don't like that it's being used for like creativeness because there's no. That's not creative. That's not creativity when you're using something to make it for you. Like I don't know.
exactly. It's just like the other day I seen an AI. I seen a post the other day, and it was a flyer of like a human. I don't even know who it was, but it was a human. But I seen AI created it, and you could tell it's an AI creation. And I'm just like, okie dokie.
You're like, all right, let me scroll past that.
No, it's crazy what this world is coming to, man. With technology, like I said, the technology is what's coming down to. It's just like the other day. I was on my way to San Antonio or Kennedy, Texas, and I don't know how many electric vehicles I've seen on the highway. I mean, think about it. If you got an electric vehicle and it takes 40 minutes to charge it, right? Almost an hour to get a full charge. How many days of work, if you got a 9 to 5 job, how many days are you gonna have to take off to prepare for that, right? Um, versus gas. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're trying to be
Um,
cost efficient for our peoples. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just like, but I think to me, if they get rid of gas vehicles, it's going to be hectic for everybody.
Honestly, I don't. It really is. My dad was telling me too. He was like, because we were talking about it the other
Exactly.
day, and he was like, "Yeah, I have a coworker that literally has to like leave work like an hour, like he has to leave his house an hour earlier than usual because he needs to charge it." And I'm like, what kind of shit is that? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I get it. It's better for the environment or whatever. But at the same time, not really. Because I don't know if you've heard about the whole like AI data centers that they're creating. And it's super bad for the environment. And people are like getting bronchitis. And they're just getting like, it's really bad for their health. And I'm like, is it really good for the environment? Because I don't think so.
No, to me, I don't think it is, man. I don't know. I am not the government, or I'm not that, but
Yeah.
and I'm just trying to look out for our artists, right? That are
Yeah.
in the music scenes that are doing their thing. Whether if you're doing Tejano or country or R&B or jazz or blues or soul or oldies, what's next for our artists? What are they going to try to do to the artists? What kind of AI or kind of things that they're going to do? I mean, think about it. Nowadays you don't even need a band. You can create a band by AI or create a band by yourself. Technology. I mean, plug in your phone to the speaker and hit that button. You can make your own beat. You can make your own guitar, make your own bass. I don't know. Everything's crazy, man. With this.
And you know
But
what? I think that's better than AI because at least they're still trying to do some. Because I know that there's like this tool that Ariana Grande had that it was like a keyboard, but it was like where she could like make beats. That I would say like that is like probably where we should like drew the line, because I feel like that's cool because it's technology, yeah, but it's still using it. It's still making us use our brain and being creative and like making patterns and shit. But I just feel like they're just going overboard, and I love the growth mentality they have, but I feel like it comes to a point where it's like, what about the people? I just feel like it's for them
exactly.
to profit off of, and I know that's why a lot of actors in like the SAG-AFTRA union, like 2 years ago, they were on a strike. Remember, where like a lot of like shows were put on pause because of the strike and everything, and it was because of AI. They were trying to like negotiate what to do because their actors were scared for their jobs, and it's like, dude, not just actors, it's coming for it. Like, it's a crazy time right now. So I'm just like, we gotta, us as artists, us as creatives, we gotta just keep on pushing and keep on, I don't know, just trying to maneuver our way through it.
And create a path. Create a path for yourself. And just keep continuing the success. I mean, like I said, I don't know what's going to go on because there's so much technology that's coming up. I mean, it's crazy. I've done so many interviews already, Julie, and it's just like it's crazy because people will contact me right for an interview, or I'll contact them. Hey, can I interview you? And the first thing that they ask, they're like, "Oh, you're in New Mexico. We can't do it." I'm like, yeah, we can. Link, Zoom."
Be like, it's 2025.
And that's just the sad part, right? Because people are so used to being back in the 80s, 70s, the 50s, in that area, and they're like, "Man, we didn't have this back then." And but we got it now, and I'm taking advantage of it now. Heck yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't have to drive. I think it's 15 hours, 16 hours to you, so I don't have
Yeah.
to drive 15, 16 hours and do this interview and then head back home the next day, or the same night right after the interview, all tired and stuff like that. So we got a lot of people in the house. We got Beatrice Rojas in the house. We got George Vincent in the house. We got the beautiful Stephanie Michelle in the house. We got Serene Everly, 13 years old, out of San Antonio, Texas, man. Beautiful Serene. She's our host on Wednesdays. We got Mr. Joe Leal, all the way from Chicago. He's going to be on the show tomorrow. We also got Raymond, Dolores Nato, saying saludos. Cielo Sulu, established 1957. Tiffany and Jennifer Lynn are in the casa.
Yes, thank you for hanging out with us, man. Thank you for being a part of our guests, being our shows tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to follow Julie, you can follow her on all her social media platforms, guys. Yes, she's on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon Music, and Deezer, guys. You can look her up on Julie Vasquez on Facebook. Um, she does have a lot of stuff going on, man, and you can find her on Julie JV1V1 on all on her Instagram, something like that, right? TikTok, something like that, right, Julie?
Yes.
She's all over the place, man. She's working on a new album coming out, man. First album is coming out, ladies and gentlemen. And also, man, don't forget, man, she does have a movie coming out that she's going to be premiering very soon. And she's going to be working on her second movie very soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get Juby Vasquez on your show, don't be afraid to give her a call, give her a contact. And
Don't be
she'd like to be
shy.
on your show, your podcast, your radio station. And please, guys, give Juby Vasquez a listen. Follow her on her social media platforms. You want to book her, contact herself, contact her manager, Danny. And they can square that away with you guys out there, man. And she's all the way from San Diego, California. Juby, is there anything you'd like to say to your family, friends, upcoming artists that are out there? Any advice you'd like to give somebody out there, or anything you want to say before we head out?
Um, don't ever give up. Don't ever get discouraged. Stop waiting for validation because a lot of people admire secretly. Don't worry about anybody else. Just focus on your lane, focus on your journey, and stay true to yourself and look at the bigger picture. Don't focus on the destination, but the journey. And yeah.
All right, Amaz, man, that's Juviana Vasquez, man. She's all over the social media platforms, and you heard it here, guys. She was on our podcast for almost an hour, man, and it's out there in San Diego. I believe out there in San Diego, it's going to be 7 o'clock. It's only going to be 8 o'clock for us here in New Mexico. It's only going to be 9 o'clock Texas time. But we do want to say thank you to Juliana, man, for taking time out of her busy schedule when she could be out there, with her family, her friends, her promoter, her manager, and stuff like that, or even with the film artist out there, working on her skit, her scenes, and stuff like that. And but she took the time to hang out with us today, and not just only us, with all you guys out there. So look her up, guys. Juliana Vasquez. She's all over the social media platforms. Thank you, Juliana, for hanging out with us on the New
Thank you,
Mexico.
Henry.
Hopefully, we get to have you back on here soon to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about the movie and your album. All right. So God bless you to Juliana Vasquez. God bless you.
Bye, everybody.
And there you have it, guys. That's Juliana Vasquez, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from San Antonio, San Antonio. That's San Antonio. All the way from San Diego. A la máquina. I got to get that right, man. San Diego, Calivas. Big shout out to Juliana Vasquez, man. God bless you guys. We'll see you guys on the new